Right, hello. Today I'm going to do a service on my Clarke industrial compressor. I'm going to be draining the tank, changing the oil and cleaning the air filter. It's 14 CFM and about 9.7 I believe. Free air delivery, which is the important thing. It's about 100 and something bar. So I'm going to start by draining the water. Right, you can see the thing now, the drain cock. So I'm going to take my pliers, get a good grip, turn it, then continue the air escaping now. So now I'm going to tighten it now. It's probably not as bad because I've done it recently and I haven't used the compressor much. Right, so that's job one, nice and easy. Now we'll go on to job two. Right, now you can see the air filter. So I'm going to take it off with the 10mm, this bolt here with the 10mm socket. And let's see what we got in here. I recommend you make sure you've got a bit of air in your tank. So you can switch the compressor off and still blow the air filter out, because you don't want it running when you're obviously blowing any dirt out the filter. Just unscrew that bolt. There we go. And all you see then is a hole inside of the compressor. Right, so I'll now show you how to take apart the air filter and check that. Right, here you see the air filter casing. I'm going to pull the bolt out, and now you just literally pull it apart. It is a bit of a struggle, and it would probably help if you use the screwdriver on it. There we go. Right, that's basically the inside of the air filter casing. That's basically the air filter. So all I'm going to do now is blow this out and blow this out with my airline, which is self-explanatory, and then I'll get back to you on the next exciting episode. Now obviously I've blown it out. Refitting is exact same with the opposite. You could do that way, I suppose, something different. And just make sure it's snapped shut. There's the bolt, and now we're going to go and fit it back onto the compressor. Right, and here we are now back at fitting the air filter back in. It's just basically popping it in the hole. There we go. Do the screw to a nice snug fit. And if you're wondering, I've done the belt recently, so I'm not gonna, and it hasn't been used much, so I'm not gonna pull all this compressor out and do the belt again. Right, just nip it up now, the socket's out. It's nipped up tight, nice and tight. Right, the next stage, we're going to be changing the oil, so I'll get back to you when I start that. Right, what I'm going to do first now, I'm going to clean off this, around this area here, with some brake and clutch cleaner, so you don't want any dirt getting in, and we want to be able to see what the hell we're doing when we top it up. You don't want to just get any contaminants in the new oil. So I'm also going to, at the top there, just give it a squirt round and a clean, a bit of a clean. just as you would a car, same thing as you would a car. Don't want any contaminants in there. Right, so the next thing we're going to do now is physically go in to drain the oil. There we go. Right, 2 seconds. Now for this operation you need 13 mil spanner, sorry, and something shallow to drain the oil into. Right, so always remember anti-clockwise to loosen. There we go. And before I do that, thinking about it, instead of getting plenty of mess, I'm going to put a couple bits of paper under it. Always keep old newspapers when you're going to need them. There we go, right. Just unloosen it. There's a little wash on there you're going to take off as well. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is tilt the compressor slightly. And now I'm going to take the top off. And you don't see the oil draining out. Doesn't look too bad really, it's pretty clean. It's quite cold today, it's got to be freezing out, so the oil's probably pretty thick because it's just cold on my hands. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to come back to you when it's drained, because you don't want to sit here for 20 minutes and watch oil drain. It's about as interesting as watching paint dry. So I'll come back to you on the next stage when I'm about to refill the oil. Right, another thing I want to show you before I put it back in, this is the plug you put at the top, cap. There's breather holes, so on the breather holes you can see, you might be able to see, there's one there. So make sure you blow them out so they're clear. Check the condition of the rubber washer, rubber O-ring, and this is the oil. I use machine marked 5 litre piston compressor oil, premium grade oil. That's what I use. It's got to be 20 years old. I bought it when I bought the compressor, so the packaging may be slightly different. Right, so I'll come back to you now when I refill the oil. Right, as you can see now the oil's just about stopped. So I'm going to get a clean rag, some clutch and brake fluid cleaner again, and just quick wipe. I've also cleaned the plug thoroughly on the washer. I'm going to put the washer back on. So what I'm just going to do now is just nip it up. Right, not too tight, don't want to strip the threads or anything. The reason I'm doing this now, so we get this nice and clean, let me know if we've got any leaks. There we go. Right, so the next stage, we're going to refill the oil now. You've already seen the oil we're going to use, the Clarke oil. So get a clean funnel. Make sure there's no grit and crap in it. The funnel I'm going to be using today is this old kitchen one. So the object now is to get it halfway in this sight glass. It's worth also wiping the top of the oil can as well. Any dust or crap, grit. Right. So now we're going to top the oil up. It's really thick, so you've got to go slow. Keep an eye on the sight glass. Don't want to overfill enough to empty it out. Yes, horrible smelling oil. What I'll do then is, when I've finished the funnel, I'll clean it out with the brake and clutch cleaner fluid again. There you go, see there. The stuff that's in there is just the residue of what was in there. You can probably see the level. Yeah, you can see the level lines. That's what I'm aiming for. That's just the residue. And I've still got my oil drip pan down here to pick up any my dribbles. Oh. Right, so I'll carry on topping this up and then I'll get back to you when it's at the correct level. Right, as you can see now I've topped the oil up and I did overfill it a bit, so I had to empty a fraction out because it's so gluttonous it takes ages to get down to the right level. Right, there's the red thing in now, so now I'm going to switch it on. So there's oil in it, switched on, so there's going to be noise, be aware. Just check the oil now. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so that concludes how to give a basic service to a compressor. And hopefully if you do that regularly you'll get a good few years out of it. Well, thanks for watching and come back soon. Now I've got to clear the mess up.